And if it's not, people making 60, 70, 80,000 are going to pay 4,000 bucks a year more. People making 50 bucks are going to pay 2,000 more a year in taxes. They're blocking it. Why? They're holding it hostage to continue to tax cuts for the very wealthy. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, all this they're doing, all these massive cuts they're making, they're basically in the service of tax cuts for the wealthy. Tax cuts they don't need and they haven't asked for. Look, I come from a wealthy little state of Delaware. I think we have one of the first or second highest per capita income. I represented it proudly for 36 years. I can tell you one thing. Very wealthy people are just as patriotic as very poor people. Wealthy people are just as patriotic as middle-class people. These folks don't need these tax cuts. They're not even asking for these tax cuts. But let me give you an example of how out of whack their whole notion about tax cuts. Look, extending the Bush tax cut for the wealthy. $800 billion over the next 10 years goes to people with a minimum income of $1 million. $800 billion. Now, of that, this to me is just the best way to illustrate how unfair this is. $1/2 trillion. I'm not making these numbers up. The press is all here. They'll check it. By the way, and they should. And they should. $500 billion in tax cuts for 120,000 families.
Wow.
Of these tax cuts, now let me say it again, 120,000 families in America of a population over 300 million are going to get $500 billion in tax cuts. That's why they're cutting education. That's why they're cutting all these other things, because they can't afford it. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, on top of that, Romney's come forward with a new tax. And this one, Ryan has gotten the memo. He fully embraces it. The new tax cut they propose is another $250,000 per year tax cuts for people making a minimum of $1 million. So those 120,000 families, among others, will get another $250,000 tax cut. That is 5 times more than the median income of American families in one tax cut per year. Ladies and gentlemen, and this has a gigantic price tag, and it will not surprise any of you who pays for it. You all pay for it. The Nonprofit Tax Policy Center, made up of former economic